Okay, hello ladies and gentlemen, Force over here, and welcome back to more Phoenix Wright Security Trilogy. Last time, we did the investigation to start us up with Turnabout Big Top. Tonight, we're starting the trial. Depending on what time it is after we're done with this part of the trial, because there's two parts to this first day of trial. Depending on what time it is by the time we get done with this, I may or may not be able to do the second half of this trial because, like I said, it is in two parts, but we'll see how it goes. Either way, December 29th, 9:43 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. Good morning, Max. Max? Milk. What? If I don't have a glass of milk before I go on stage, I just can't function, sweetie. Stage? Don't worry, there won't be a stage. All you have to do is sit down. I guess. Nick? Max is really nervous. That's understandable. Hey, my sweeties! What? You don't think I should fly, do you? Huh? You know, you've got to make a good first impression. When I enter the room, maybe I should find and warm up the crowd a little. No. We can't be having you fly around the courtroom. It just wouldn't be right. Imagine if you hit someone. Don't worry, Max. Just do what Nick says and everything will be okay. Oh, sweetie. What is it this time, Max? Why don't you try flying into the courtroom? I can see it now. The dashing young lawyer flying fabulously in from above. One comes of that, and everyone in the courtroom will be on your side. Max, really? No one needs to fly today. Nick? What's with that look in your eyes? I like the sound of that. Dashing young lawyer flying fabulously. You would be like that. December 29th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 2. And now the case of one... what? Your Honor, get on with it. Oh, sorry. I just realized that the defendant's name is Billy Bob Johns. So... well, isn't the defendant also known as Maximilian Galactica? Yes, Your Honor, he does often go by that name. No, my grandchild is a huge fan of his. I think everyone here wouldn't mind if we called the defendant Maximilian Galactica. It sounds more friendly. I wonder if that is to our advantage. Miss Von Karma, your opening statement, if you please. I hope you didn't bother thinking you would win this one, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Huh? That spirit channeling trial was a sham. I refuse to acknowledge its legitimacy. Basically, she's saying she can't believe she lost. She doesn't want to believe that. It did not count. Do you hear me? You must still be upset about what happened last time. You have no chance. Zero. Zilch. Nada. I'm not losing this case. Why, you ask? Because it is not in the nature of Von Karma to lose at anything. But as being born with the name Von Karma is a free pass to be arrogant and annoying. Watch and learn, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'll show you the textbook procedure for proving how absolutely guilty you are. Me? Guilty? What are you talking about? It will be my ultimate revenge. But it's not like it'll bring her dad back. There. Opening statement complete. Now let's hurry and wrap up this waste of time. Very well, you may call your first witness, Miss Von Karma. Detective Dick Gumshoe. Get up there. Now! Sorry to keep you from work, as I'm sure you need every penny you can earn, Detective. Don't mention it! It's no trouble at all. I've been looking forward to this. Very well. I would like you to begin by shedding light on the events in question. At your service, sir. All right, Detective. You may proceed with your testimony. Witness testimony. Details of the events. The night of the crime, snow was falling until 9:40 p.m., making it extremely cold out. All of the circus performers were gathered in the big top to practice their routines. The practice session broke up around 10 p.m. The murder itself took place in the plaza in front of the lodging house at 10:15 p.m. The victim was found bent over a wooden box, dead as a doornail. The cause of death was blunt force trauma that snapped a vertebrae in his neck. I see. He was beaten to death. Here's the autopsy report for the victim. The court accepts this into evidence. Russell's autopsy report. Time of death, autopsy report added to the court record. Time of death, 10:15 p.m. Cause, blunt force trauma to the back of the head. A blunt object. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination. Details of the events. The night of the crime, snow was falling until 9:40 p.m., making it extremely cold out. Let me ask you about the snow. It was nearly a blizzard up until the time of the crime. Did it pile up? It wasn't such a big deal. Maybe also about 1.5 inches was on the ground. The snow froze in place and stayed on the ground until the next day. The snow. Let me see. There's gotta be more to this. What's the matter, Nick? I need to take a look at the court record. Mr. Gumshoe, what were the members of the circus doing on the night of the crime? All the circus performers are gathered in the big top to practice their routines. When you say all of the circus performers, who do you mean? Everyone but the dancers and staff were there. Regina the animal tamer, Mo the clown, Ben the ventriloquist, and of course the defendant Maximilian Galactica and his victim, the ringmaster. Oh, I almost forgot. Regent the tiger was there as well. Out of curiosity, what about the circus monkey? When I was investigating yesterday, he happened to snatch my wristwatch. Detective, you are welcome to file a police report after these proceedings. The practice session broke up around 10 p.m. After the practice was over, where did everyone head off to? Regina was playing with Regent, while Mo went back to his room tired from work. Ben the ventriloquist went to the front gate absorbed in his own world. The ringmaster Max went off to the ringmaster's room to talk privately. Talk privately, huh? That's awfully suspicious. You wouldn't happen to know what they were talking about, would you? It seems that we're negotiating Max's salary. Actually, Max is asking for Regina's hand in marriage. The murder itself took place in the plaza, in front of the lodging house at 10:15 p.m. I'd like you to be a bit more specific about the events at 10:15 p.m. Okay. Not a problem, pal. We've got a witness that knows how the whole thing was done. Ow! This is totally meaningless. Time to move on. Alright, we'll just have to revisit that testimony later. Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling us about how the victim met his end? The victim was found bent over a wooden box, dead as a doornail. A wooden box? That's right. The victim must have been carrying the wooden box when he was killed. Carrying the box, huh? It was a rather strange wooden box, Your Honor. What do you mean? Well, it was much heavier than it looked. Not to mention it was locked. Locked, you say? Wooden box added to the court record. The victim was hunched over this 20-pound box. It boasts a small but strong lock. This may be my only chance, so I might as well ask some questions. The only question that would make you wonder, in this situation, what was inside the box? Do you mind telling us what was inside that box? Well, when we found the box, it was a lot tighter than Fort Knox. So we took it back to the station and cracked it open. All that was inside was this little bottle. Bottle? What is that, Detective? Exactly what it looks like, Your Honor. It's a condiment bottle. What's inside the bottle? It's filled with pepper. Pepper? Why in the world was it locked in that big box? There's only one little box in that... There was only one little bottle in that huge box? I wonder if that is some sort of special meaning. Small seasoning bottle added to the court record. Found inside the wooden box the victim was hunched over. It contains pepper. The cause of death was blunt force trauma that snapped the vertebrae in his neck. According to the autopsy report, the murder weapon was a blunt object, correct? You've done your homework, pal. And you haven't found this murder weapon, have you? The police are searching for it as we speak. My theory is that it is something the perpetrator ran off with. You would think so, especially since you didn't find it on the scene. No, I bet he made it disappear with magic, ho ho ho. Well, I think we have a good feel for the details of the events now. I guess it's only gonna get at a gumshoe in this case. Dude, it is raining outside, holy shit. You mean all we're gonna get out of him is that little bottle of pepper? Now that we have wrapped up with the detective, I'd like to call my next witness. Huh? Not even off the stand yet! Obviously. But that's due to you being slow and unable to take a hint. I don't know, but wrapped up has such a meaning sound to it. I'm a sensitive guy. Thank you very much, Detective Gumshoe. You may step down. Miss Von Harma, call your next witness. I would like to call Mr. Benjamin Woodman to the stand. She must be talking about Ben the ventriloquist. I wonder if Trilo will show up on the stand as well. Maybe. Yep, there he is. Please state your name and occupation for the record. My full name is Ventriloquist. I am employed as an operatic tenor. Excuse me. The witness called to the stand was one Mr. Benjamin Woodman Ventriloquist. That robe must be cutting off your circulation. I said that I was a singer. Maybe you don't believe me. Fine, I'll brace you with a song. Ahem. The word of the law, exciting and daring, guilt or innocence, decided by a judge dressed up like a woman. Well, what do you think? It had a good rhythm. It's just the lyrics. They leave something to be desired, so to speak. Trilo, you know better than to insult a judge? Shut up! Just look at your nose. You wouldn't think you'd have the sense to fix it? It's so ugly, I wanna punch her in the face on the off chance Willie would help. You know that your nose is the reason you'll never be an A-list star. Celebrities must really enjoy saying everything that flashes into their minds. What's going on here? Order! Order! I demand to know who the witness is. Don't worry about me, sir. I'll let Julo handle this. I'm not worried about you one bit. I'm worried about getting down. You won't get anywhere trying to figure out this witness. Now let's proceed. Witness testimony. What you witnessed. Once practice was over, I left the tent with a stooge. Clown. Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance. That's when I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime. He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? Then the police showed up and they took Magic Boy away. You saw Maximilian Galactica heading towards the scene? You're sure of that? Without a doubt. He had on his silk hat, cloak, and the dumb white roses on his chest. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? That's enough. I think we all get the picture. Just one thing. You said you ditched the clown. That's right, Jess Boy. Well, since you weren't with him, couldn't that mean the clown committed the crime? He's got a point. What a shame. It was a nice theory, but the clown can't be the culprit. Why is that? Here's absolute proof. A silk hat? This was found at the scene of the crime. It belongs to the defendant. Without question, he was wearing his signature hat during practice. If the clown was the murderer, there would be no reason for this hat to be at the scene. Well done, Miss Von Karma. Your prosecutorial skills are unrivaled. Well done. Thank you for stating the obvious. Mr. Phoenix Wright, what do you have to say? Okay. I guess she's the boss again today. Cross-examination. What you witnessed? Once practice was over, I left the tent with the stooge. Clown. Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance. That's when I saw Max heading towards this crime scene of the crime. He was the only one headed that way. How could that punk not be the killer? And the police showed up and took Magic Boy away. That is weird, actually, when you look at this one. He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? He forgot somebody there, didn't he? Hold it! You saw Max and only Max, right, Trilo? That's right, and that makes him the killer. There was only one person headed that way that night. That makes quite a bit of sense and makes Max one suspicious character. There's more to this story than meets the eye. Is there something amiss, miss? How could they have only seen Max? That's a bit strange, don't you think? What's strange? That you only saw Max. Doesn't it seem like you should have seen someone else as well? What? Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Who else do you suppose this witness could have seen? Take that! That's the victim. That's correct. If Trilo was at the entrance to the plaza, He should have seen the ringmaster as well. Aha! Obviously, the ringmaster arrived at the scene of the crime before the witness could have seen him. Anyone with sense could have figured that one out. What are you talking about? The ringmaster and Max went together to the ringmaster's room. Is that according to the defendant? A likely story. If Maximilian Galactica was supposed to be in the ringmaster's room, why was he just as the witness stated at the scene of the crime? Ah, I see. It seems that at this stage I have no reason to doubt this witness's testimony. And there are clearly no conclusive contradictions. He's right. A brilliant judgment, Your Honor. Now let's move along with the testimony. Trilla wouldn't happen to have an ulterior motive for incriminating Max, would he? Well, Max is part of that bitter love triangle with Regina, which is probably why Max conked him over the head. Mitch? Wasn't Ben the one that who got knocked over the head? Yeah? I think so. I don't know anymore. The clown. You talking about Mo? Of course I'm talking about that old fart. He's so pathetic I can't stand him. Just a little bit of exercise and his makeup is running all over the place. Once practice was over, he was 9/10 of the way to keeling over for good. Poor guy. He didn't have any choice, so Ben took the bat to his room. When it comes to being a first place loser, that guy's ahead of the pack. Then what happened? Why the plaza entrance? To do some thinking, of course. It was awfully cold that night, especially with all the snow around. Wouldn't thinking in your nice warm lodging house have been a better idea?
Objection!
Mr. Phoenix Wright, I think you should leave with the thinking to the witness. But I'm a good thinker. At least my teachers always thought I was. That's when it's on Max and towards the scene of the crime. Are you sure it was really Max Galactica? Of course I'm sure. How could you mistake someone wearing such a snobby three-piece getup? Snobby three-piece getup? Get the wax out of your ears nowadays. You're only talking to a brick wall. Max three-piece getup. Jeez, how could you be any more dense? All together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Thank you. Nick, I think we should put a little bit more effort into preparing your questions. Around what time did the police arrive at the scene? I suppose I would have been around. Hey! What time was it? Huh? I'd say it was around... I'd say a little bit after 10:30 p.m. I think. Right to set it at 10 p.m., so you hung around the lodging house the entire time? I guess that sounds about right. Wasn't it awfully cold? I can't believe you'd stand outside just in that weather. Truth is... Why you shut up, you big nose dope? Why are you telling him anything extra? Why can't you just believe that we just stand outside in that weather? Well, maybe you were waiting... maybe you were waiting for someone? What? Who said we were waiting for someone? Mr. Phoenix Wright, we can all do without your offhanded theories.
Objection!
But this witness is cracking under the pressure already. I'm on to something. Mr. Wright, who do you suppose the witness was waiting for in the cold that night? I would say probably Regina because as he said he was going to propose to her, and I got the reading that maybe the one she's looking for, but let's find out. Well, if he was waiting outside in the cold, it was for one person. And one person only. He was waiting for the animal tamer, Regina! Wah! You were waiting outside for Regina to come back to the lodging house. Am I mistaken? Is this true? You can't really ask me that question. Okay, so I was waiting for that night. What's the point is what I saw? Don't you forget it. Well. The puppet may be a bit stiff, but he's alright. Alright. There's obviously a reason why this witness was there that night. He spent all that time waiting for Regina to arrive. Moreover, even if someone did surprise, who would have walked right in front of her, or in front of him? I doubt he would have paid them a second thought. Ah! That makes perfect sense. What did you just say? The witness saw the defendant at the scene of the crime. However, he did not see the victim on the way to his eventual demise. If you accept that, then you must accept that there is a high likelihood that you could have missed someone else other than Matt. Ow! There's absolutely no proof that the witness was waiting for the animal tamer. I guess you got me. Alright. I'll spill the beans for real this time. It's true I was waiting for Regina. Pain! Don't volunteer things! Mr. Quiz, tell us about the victim. Tell us the truth this whole time. And I mean the whole truth. Were you or were you not waiting for the Regina Wright at their entrance to the lodging house? I was. I was waiting to propose to her. You were what? Waiting to propose? What's the matter? You think that humans have a monopoly or a marriage? That's the matter of perspective. The matter of puppet marriage is not under the review of this case. You're not judge. I mean, look at your horrible outfit. More pain. Thanks to your bumbling, my perfect plan isn't so green and perfect anymore. Now you have to waste time getting the bottom of red silly proposal by a puppet. Witness testimony. Alright. About the proposal. Don't be so surprised that I was gonna propose to Madrina. I even had some even guys to give you to her. Essentially, I'm a pocket waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Of course, I don't have my back pocket that night, so I wasn't present for her either. In the end, I was still able to give it to her best shot. I still took the company's last time. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I still got it in my pocket. Sorry, I'm taking a little bit of time in that. You were going to propose. You, a puppet. Stop being so obtuse! Just because I'm a puppet doesn't mean I can't love. I guess you're right. Because I'm too old to... Just because I'm too old doesn't mean I couldn't propose to her, too. Exactly. His heart is looking a little less than honorable right now. Oh, okay, Mr. Wright, please continue with your cross-examination. What was with that sigh at the end? Cross-examination about the proposal. We don't typically know about that. What was it exactly that you planned on giving her? You know exactly what I was calling for to give her, numbskull. The only thing that I could find that could match Regina's beauty. Answer his question. What was it? You're gonna die when you hear this. It's an engagement ring. Engagement ring? Wow, those two really fell out of their chairs. Mr. Phoenix Wright's joke has gone too far. Time for this to end right here. Is this what was it? It's about to latch out of almost anything. Is this... Oh, I already said that one. One hit from that thing will probably shut someone up for a long time. Let's push it just to see what happens. Why not? It may be something of a joke, but this is a historic moment. The first time that a puppet has ever proposed. Ow! I advise you to cut this argument short. I'm going to have to agree with the defense here. Will the witness please revise their testimony, specifically about the engagement ring? I'd like to stick to facts, not sociology. You sure do enjoy sweating the details, especially for a man in a black bathrobe. Damn. I plan on clipping an engagement ring to Regina. See, now we got a problem with his statement here. Because now he added in on the second page, he just added this now his second statement. He planned on giving it to her, and he says he has it in his pocket. If that's the case, how did it get in my possession,
Objection!
Trilo, do you mind if I show you something? What is it? What is it? What are you talking about? Uh-oh. Looks like they're going to double team me now. Do you recognize this ring? Ah! That's mine! Give it back! Dave! Didn't you just testify about this very object? I believe you said, in the end, I wasn't able to give it to her so I've still got it in my pocket. Why then do I have it right here? What is going on here? That's... Ben! Say something! Don't put me on the spot like that, Trilo. I found this in Money's room. Money's room? You mean a room they put money? Like a bank vault? Ha! That filthy monkey is gonna get what's coming to him. Mr. Police, I would prefer if you avoided slandering innocent clients in my court. Your Honor, Money really is a monkey. In every sense of the word. Oh, I see. Well then. Money likes to go after the shiniest things that he can find and gather them up. Shiny things? Chilo! When was this ring stolen from you? I suppose it was that time. You know, that night. The night of the crime. What did you just say? Details. I need more details. Well, it was stolen right after the man showed up at the Pizza Plaza. Right about when you saw the defendant walk past, correct? It taught me. I'm gonna say right. I guess was able to say that. The ring might have, associated the soul, dancing around that time. Ah, Joe! Oh! Ben! What's with you? Oh, whatever. It has nothing to do with anything. Especially not who committed the murder. It's not for you to decide what has to do with what. Now, Trilo, back to the topic at hand. I haven't admitted a thing. Not I, Mr. Trilo Quest. What did you say when the ring was taken? What did you say when the ring was taken, Trilo? You don't know exactly what I did. I chased after money that monkey and snatched up monkey money. But you weren't able to catch up with him, were you? It's all that slow, loafy fool called Ben's fault. Wait, hold on. While he was fumbling his way through the snow, that dumb monkey was about to get laid. While he was fumbling his way through the snow, that dumb monkey was able to get away. That is indeed incredible evidence. Yep, alright. Sorry about that. I'm a little tired right now. This is indeed an incredible shame. Well, this does indeed prove one very important point. Prove an important point? What point could that possibly be? He's got a flaw. And you'll see why I say that here in a moment. There is a huge contradiction in this witness's testimony. Contradiction? The witness just testified to the following effect. Up until the police arrived, he didn't move from the entrance to the plaza. However, the witness just stated that he chased after Money the monkey. When the witness was off chasing Money, there was no one watching the plaza. What is the meaning of all this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Where are you going with this little theory of yours? I'm saying that there is no possible way that this witness saw the plaza the entire time. I'm saying where I'm going with this little theory, which leads me to my next point. If it is entirely possible that someone other than the defendant was at the scene...
Objection!
Well then, tell me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Do you have any proof that something slipped past his vaginal ventriloquist?
Objection!
Well, he obviously didn't see the victim the ringmaster arrive on the scene. It seems as if he saw the defendant arrive. The witness is lying. He is blinded by his rivalry with Max. Well, the defense document does hold water. This witness does have a history of animosity towards the defendant. What? How dare you? I wouldn't lie just to get that dark face in trouble. He's not even worth it. I saw him, no doubt about it. I saw that worthless liar. Well, just for clarity's sake, let's flesh out exactly who you saw on that night. Ha! I told you so many times. You'd think you'd know my story's not changing. You've already changed your story, stick boy. And I'm sure it will change some more. Where there is one lie, there are usually many more behind it. Exactly, Maya. That's why we have to keep after him. Yeah. Witness testimony. Witnessing Max. I'll give you that I was waiting that night for Regina. But that doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after I'd been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. I'm absolutely sure it was him. I saw Maximilian Galactica at the scene. There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. So that means that Money didn't show up until after you saw Max? That's right. Money ran up less than a minute after I saw Max. Then Money snatched the ring and you went chasing after him? How long was it until you came back to where you were waiting? Well, let's see. I'd say about, I suppose 5 minutes, I think. So the victim could have arrived at the scene in the 5 minutes stretch. Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination. Cross-examination. Witnessing Max. I'll give you that I was waiting that night for Regina. But that doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He should have after I'd been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. There's something wrong with that statement. So you testified that you said good evening to Max that night. You must enjoy asking incredibly obvious questions. You're saying good morning in the morning and good afternoon during the day, right? And it's obviously that I'd say good night to someone at night. What, Ben? You've got something to add? Let me guess. That's not it, Trilo. You say good evening at night. I'm sorry, Trilo. Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you come to a ventriloquist act outside the courtroom. Impossible! A performer lives and breathes his performances. You should know better. There's gotta be something wrong with this bit of testimony. Yeah, the big issue here is how Trilo, said hello to Max. Because the two of them don't like each other, so why would you say good evening? or something to a person that you're not really seeing eye to eye with. That doesn't make much sense, does it? Isn't that a bit strange to you? What do you mean? Well, if you hate Max so much, why would you bother being nice to him? It strikes me as somewhat strange. Why would it strike you as strange? Exactly. How is it strange to be cordial to one of your coworkers? Well, if it was simply just being cordial to a coworker, I would understand. Ow! That hurt! Maybe you should think of having some proof before your lips start flapping next time. Proof is everything in this world. You should have learned that back in grade school. There's no reason that Trilo would ever say something nice to Max. But how do I go about proving that with the evidence? Bluffing is everything in this world. But I'm sure you already learned that one. I guess I can give it a shot. A witness will resume his testimony. Hey, Daniel Barry, how you doing tonight? Those three ridiculous symbols, huh? Out of curiosity, exactly how many times have you asked that question by now? You're gonna ask again, I'll answer with a chorus. Everyone together now! So cut! Cloak! White roses! Thank you very much. Maya, you didn't have to join in, did you? Did you? But it's fun chatting out with everyone else. There has to be a hole in his testimony somewhere. I agree, but do we have the proof to make something stick? All we can do is try, right, Nick? We've gotta have something that will prove useful. Alright, time to go to work. Did he though? Because, because we know that both of them are vying for Regina's hand in marriage. Both of them are. But, yeah, they're having a rivalry because of that. It's like a bit of a love triangle. So,
Objection!
Trilo, isn't that true that you had a fight with Max on the day of the murder? A fight? A fight over Regina, to be exact? It wasn't that big of a deal. It's just an argument. A disagreement at most. A disagreement usually doesn't end with someone getting conked over the head. Ah! That morning, Ben got clobbered over the head by Max, didn't he? What? Is that an admission of assault and battery? Ouch! Before we handle that, we should wrap up the defendant's murder charge first. The truth is that on the day of the crime, the defendant and witness had a huge fight. There's absolutely no way they would have suddenly become cordial that evening. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness on stand. There's no way a puppet this lewd would just up and say, "Good evening," to his rival. Ah! Are you saying that this witness is lying? That he is trying to frame the defendant by claiming to have seen him at the crime scene? I didn't tell a single lie. Honestly, I just... That's enough from you, Mr. Quest. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? Yes, Your Honor. Let's clarify this testimony for the court. Would you explain your theory about who the witness actually saw that night? Yep. He must have seen he had to have seen a different person. It is my belief that the witness did indeed see someone that night. It was just someone else. That's who he said good evening to. What kind of theory is that? The correct one. Furthermore, I don't believe that person the witness saw was Max at all. What? If he had truly seen Max that night, there would have been no greeting at all. Which means there is only one proper answer. The person the witness saw that night was not Maximilian Galactica. That is why Trilo made the effort to greet whoever it was that he saw that evening. Or good evening, as he put it. What in the world do you... Will the defense kindly explain who it was Trilo saw that evening then? It's simple. He saw the ringmaster. Because if he was to have seen Max, he probably would have seen, he had to have seen Russell Berry. Besides, out of all the people there, he has not once said a bad thing about the ringmaster, so it had to have been the ringmaster. Considering the ill temper of this witness, there's only one person he would greet. It must be Regina. It's Regina, right? She's so cute. No, Your Honor, it is not Regina. If it was Regina, Trilo would have given her the engagement ring as a present. Oh, yeah. I suppose you've got a point there. It was Russell Berry, the victim himself, was it not? You are correct. It was indeed Russell Berry. The person you saw that evening was the victim, the ringmaster, Russell Berry. That's why you greeted him, Trilo. Isn't that correct? Answer the question, Mr. Quist. Order! Order! How do you respond to this? Wait a second. Well, at first I thought it was the old man. But once I got a better look at him, it was obviously Maximilian Galactica. I think it is high time that we clear the air about this question. Mr. Quist obviously witnessed a single person in the area of the plaza that evening. The problem is identifying exactly who that person was. Was it Maximilian Galactica? Or was it the ringmaster, one Mr. Russell Berry? The prosecution argues that it was the defendant that the witness saw that night. The witness has clearly stated that he saw the defendant's 3 symbols. 3 symbols? Alright, this is getting old. Come on, man! You've got to remember them by now! Here we go then! Everyone, all together now! Ow! Yes, we know. The silk hat, cloak, and white roses.
Objection!
A silk hat and a cloak. Anyone could wear them. They'd even look good on me. What was that? Well, the witness has endlessly repeated that he saw Max's 3 symbols. However, how do we really know it was Maximilian Galactica? It could have been someone else dressed up as him. Possibly even Russell Berry. What? Miss Von Karma. Do you have clear evidence that the person the witness saw was the defendant? Well, If that's the case, then it is impossible for me to make a judgment at this point. Yes! I think we finally won a point in this one. That is very unfortunate. Huh? You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What do you mean by that? You merely established one thing from this witness. You established that this witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your efforts, but... What? Who that person was can only be answered by the next witness. Huh? Your Honor, the prosecution will provide, beyond a shadow of a doubt, an answer to that question, and evidence that clearly establishes one thing. That there is no one other than Maximilian Galactica responsible for this crime. Very well. The court will take a 10-minute recess. During that time, I request the prosecution prepare their next witness. Court is now in recess. To be continued. So because of how late it is, I'll go ahead and save. Waiting for the music to stop. I will go ahead and save for this part, and then tomorrow night, we continue where we left off with the second half of the trial. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. Hope you guys enjoyed. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, this is Forrest Walpole, signing off. I pressed the wrong button. Sorry about that. Alright, now we're signing off. See you guys next